We are going to the movies. What movie are we watching, babe?
We're going to watch One Love movie for
Bob Marley
Bob
movie.
Marley. And
Yes.
we will share with you guys what we think about it. My girlfriend doesn't know much about Bob Marley.
I mean, I know he's was a singer.
Yeah, the reggae.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's a reggae legend and like a civil rights activist. So hopefully she can learn a few things out of this, and then she will come back and let us know.
Yes, but we will let you know what our thoughts are after the movie.
Over there, like. Tell them.
We
For YouTube, done it later.
Discover through the film Bob Marley, One Love, his even greater legacy lies with his tireless efforts to champion social justice in his home country of Jamaica and around the world. Marley's message of love, peace, and equality has resonated with and inspired positive change in the Black community for decades.
Reggae is a people music.
Today, his impact is still felt through the Bob Marley Foundation, which provides aid to underserved communities through initiatives.
Thank you guys for sticking with us and watching us. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscription button and like, comment, and share the videos. We are back again today to talk about our movie that we went to watch. Yeah, me and my girlfriend went out to watch the Bob Marley movie, the One Love movie, and we promised you guys that we would come here and give you our thoughts about it, especially her. The fact that she didn't know much about Bob Marley, and now that she knows more about him in the movie, so we're just picking up on what she thinks of the movie, what she thinks of Jamaica as a country, what she thinks of Bob Marley's legacy, and what the movie kind of meant to her. So you're most welcome, baby, on the channel again.
Thank you.
What was your take on the movie?
I really enjoyed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I also, at the end of the movie, when the credits were rolling, well, and before it too, but one of Bob Marley's sons,
Ziggy Marley.
yeah, he was very involved in the production of the movie, which I really liked, and a lot of the other family members were very involved, so it could be like as accurate as possible in the representation of his life. I also thought a lot of the time during the movie that I had kind of like an insider scoop into certain words that were being said or certain references that were being made that a lot of common Americans wouldn't know, but because I had this one in my ear every time something was being said, and he would ask me, do you know what that means? And I'm like, I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
And so then he would explain it to me, so I feel like I had a better understanding of the movie and his life than a lot of the people who were just casually watching the movie or who are just fans of his music. I think I had a richer movie experience than a lot of the other people that were there, in my opinion.
Amazing. Well, I could tell when they said something in a Jamaican lingo that you wouldn't understand what it was, and I would, interpret it.
Yes. Also, I felt like I had a leg up because I have kind of had to train myself to listen to your accent and kind of decipher the words that you're saying, because I didn't really have to do that before, and so it was much easier for me to understand what the people in the movie were saying because they had very thick Jamaican accents, and there were still a couple times though that I couldn't decipher what they were saying, but I just used context clues to figure out what was going on. But I definitely felt that I had a leg up from everybody else that was in there because I am so used to listening to you talk.
Amazing. Now, do you think the Jamaican accent in the movie is a lot thicker than my accent, or?
Yeah.
Okay. That's positive. That means my accent is not too bad.
Yeah. But
Excuse
then
me.
again, I also am now used to the way that you speak.
Right.
And so it's easier for me to understand what you're saying. And so it made it easier for me to understand what was being said in the movie.
Nice.
Yeah. But the movie overall, I really enjoyed it. I really liked learning about just his life in general. Because I didn't really know anything about it. And there were so many things that I learned. I mean, of course, every musician, there's more to their lives than just their music, but it was really cool to see just his life and how he came from Jamaica and, like, fled the country when there was, like, was it the brink of civil war or
Yeah,
if it was a civil war?
It was a brink of a civil war. They attacked him when he was in the studio and shot his wife and shot him
I
and
thought they were at
survived.
his house. Or was that the
Well,
studio?
yeah, the studio was in his house, so he was at his house.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there were some things like that. I also didn't realize that he had a bunch of kids.
Right.
Because I was also asking, I was like, who are these kids? And you had to explain it to me. And then I also didn't know that he had multiple wives.
Yeah, so he
I
had
didn't know that either.
yeah. He has a lot of kids right now. His family is big. Because
I also, well, clearly I didn't know anything about him really, but the fact that he died from cancer because somebody stepped on his toe and then it just never healed, and so it just got progressively worse.
well,
I mean, I don't know the medical scientifics.
Well, what
behind it.
happened was, because he got hurt from playing football, what you guys call soccer,
Yeah.
and the fact that the wound couldn't heal, so he went to the hospital. But the reason why the wound couldn't heal was because he had cancer, skin cancer. So that's how they found out about the skin cancer.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
got
So,
it, got it.
by the time they found out, it was a little bit late. But the thing I found out that I didn't know about him is that he died at 36 years old. I thought he was much older than that.
Yeah, me too. I didn't
When you look
realize
at
he
his
was...
impact and his music, how, like, he died way, 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 way before none of us was born. But I grew up listening to his songs. I grew up listening to his music everywhere. Like, back home in Uganda, the Jamaican influence is big, especially reggae and dancehall music. So I grew up listening to his music. One of his favorite songs that I used to hear a lot, all the time is like, "Don't worry about a thing,
Which we also...
every little thing
Oh, you're so
is
cool.
gonna be alright." Yeah, so I like that song. It's very motivational,
Yeah.
and the fact that his music was that rich and he only lived a short life, it was very, very interesting to me. Now, what was your best moment in that movie? Like the moment that captured your attention, the moment that really was like so inspirational to you, like, is this the person? What was your best moment in that movie?
Like my favorite moment?
Yeah, the moment that captured your attention.
I don't think there was a specific moment that captured my attention. I was interested from the beginning,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I feel like, yes, I feel like your story and his stories,
Quite a little bit similar.
yeah, they're very similar. And so, obviously, I'm interested in you and your story. And so, it was kind of cool seeing the similarities of, like, of course, there wasn't, like, a war that made you move. You just wanted to have a better life for yourself. But moving out of your home country, both having very rich cultures and backgrounds, and then pursuing what they love with Bob Marley music, you with golf, and not letting the adversities stop you from your dreams and just persevering through that. And yeah, just a lot of similarities were very interesting to kind of see.
Yeah, well, for me, my most
Your favorite?
my favorite part of the movie was the fact that the shows he wanted to do in Africa when it wasn't about money. He felt an attachment that, because he was half Jamaican and half uh, white, because his father was from the U.S., Delaware to be exact.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, so his father was from the U.S. and his mother was from Jamaica. So the fact that he felt, since he's black, half black, he wanted to go to Africa. Because most of the people in Jamaica, Jamaica is an island that is mixed of, white people and black. But the black people believe, black people in Jamaica believe they were picked up from Africa during slave trade. So they have a very strong sense of attachment to Africa. And that's why he really, really wanted to do shows in Africa. And he didn't care about the money. And then his manager was not keeping it, being honest with him, and he was taking a lot of money from the promoters. And when he found out, he was so mad about it, and he expressed, I told you, the shows in Africa, I don't care about the money. As long as we had enough money to pay the band, I just wanted to do the shows. That was very, very touching for me, just because I come from Africa. And also the part in the movie where his management didn't want him to go to Africa. They kept saying there's no infrastructure in Africa. And he said something very powerful in that movie where he said, well, build the infrastructure. And he said, you'll be amazed to see what we can do, build from nothing. So that was very, very inspirational to me. I enjoyed the movie. But overall, I think his movie is so inspirational. It is a liberational movie, because when like the last clips of the movie where they were showing that he united the two opposition leaders, and
Yeah.
the two gang leaders also came together and made peace. They approached him when he was in London to return home and come and hold a peace concert, which really, really helped to stop the civil war. So
Yeah.
it's very inspiring, and the fact that he had a mindset where he said he doesn't care about his life as long as he can use his life to save other people. That's the most important part of his life.
And I think that he achieved that because although he was only 36 when he died, his music and his impact still continues today, decades later. I also really liked how humble he was. You were talking about how the shows that he wanted to do in Africa, he didn't care about the money for it. I think that really showed his character, and that he just wanted to spread his music and spread love, peace, unity, and didn't care about the money aspect of it. It just really goes to show about how good of a person he was, and it wasn't in the money.
Yeah,
for
he was
him.
not materialistic. When you look at the clothes, you see how his manager was wearing Gucci and all
yeah.
that. And he was like, hey man, what you doing, man? You're
Yeah.
spending all your money on clothes now. And he stayed in his, regular
T-shirts,
and jeans and stuff like that. And he enjoyed simple stuff. And I
Yeah.
like the way he lived with his band, no matter where he went.
Although I will say, I'll bet they spent so much money on weed.
Yeah, well, weed was legal in Jamaica, so Jamaica is known for weed worldwide. They don't look at it as like drug. It's a herbal. It's something they use to numb their pain. It's common. So
I guess that's just a difference.
yeah, it's
than
different culture. Yeah. So
here.
I'm gonna say this though. The part I didn't like about it was when in the movie when he was driving with his kids in the car and still smoking in front of the kids. I didn't like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's
if
Jamaica,
yeah.
So those are our thoughts about the movie. I hope you guys should go and watch the movie. It's really nice. It's very inspirational. It's very encouraging. And I really wanted us to go and watch the movie because one, Bob Marley was half white, half black, and we are in an interracial relationship. So it gives us an understanding of like what we could expect in our relationship and the things that our kids should do, we'll have to go through, because when we get married and have kids, our kids will want to go and see where I come from. So that would be like Bob Marley trying to come and came back to America to see where his dad comes from, though his dad didn't want him to come and all that stuff. So that's the reason why. But it's a nice, it's a nice movie, very inspirational, very encouraging, very motivational. So we just wanted to come here and share with you guys, because we promised that when we go watch it, we will share with you. Any closing remarks, baby?
Just to spread love, peace. That's about it.
Love and peace. Thank you. Please tune in and subscribe to our channel. More content to come. Peace.